everybody, I'm Comics Pro. Welcome to DreamDaze Comics Fun and Games in Wilson, North Carolina. Watching the videos that were so well done, I had to redo our video and welcome you to our store because it was giving me a headache just watching it. So there's our awesome Connect 4 made by one of our fabulous customers. When you walk in the door, the first thing you see is our feature shelf. And I'm not sure what happened to our mascot, Dee Dee. She was there to welcome you. We are requiring sanitizer and face masks for everyone when they walk in the door every time they come in. So, get my hands. Coming up this way, we have posters and our manga. We have two shelves of manga. We have a spinner rack in the window, along with our new this week's. And our first glass case with angels and dragons and other various sundry statues, because everybody needs a Santa skull, right? Our yellow wall is our new comics. We try to keep 4 back issues. Just depends on how many, variant covers there are for each issue. We intermix them. So, the next cover's different. We mark our new this week's, and we also try to mark our new last week's, or if it's a new storyline. And our first issues stay out until the second issue comes on, or if it's a one-shot. We have banks. We have actual novels. And way up there, we have our nonfiction. Across the top is our wall books, which we are actually currently reorganizing. So you'll see that they've kind of gotten a little mixed up. That was going to be an all black and white shelf, and some new ones have gotten added to it. But they continue. They are alphabetized completely by character. There is a set of toys in the middle there. And then hopefully without giving you a headache, it can spin around, and they keep going on our black shelves. Here on the end, our graphic novels. We actually had to expand all the way to the top. This is just the superhero side of our graphics. I don't know if you can see our little centerpiece here. We actually had our entire shelf collapse on a customer. Thankfully, they were holding the shelf and the books just all hit the ground and didn't actually hurt him. But so I had to go back and add support beams in between each shelf. Go around over here. Here's the other manga shelf that I was talking about. And other statues are kind of stuck everywhere they can be in our store. The manga is all 3 sides of this shelf. We are 50/50 comics and games, so we also have gaming supplies. And we have puzzles. White Mountain is what we started with. And we're getting ready to put a new supply cabinet in there, so we're actually not reordering our puzzles at the moment. But we have Magic, Pokemon, Final Fantasy, Yu-Gi-Oh!, and Dragon Ball Super tournaments. Of course, we have D&D, Wednesday nights D&D, so we have dice and dice towers. This side of our graphic novels, is our oversized horror, and then sci-fi fantasy is together. On the end here is our gaming books, coloring books, and reality fiction. For our video, we took down our little table here that we're using as a work table, but since we're watching the Comics Pro on it, we had to set it back up. But this is our kids corner with our, again, yellow wall of comics for the kids. We have our kid graphics organized by age level, and then we have our Sonic and YA sort of under here. We have a fabulous kids loft that we got from a teacher who wasn't allowed to put it in her new classroom. I do a kids story time that I need to do some recording of, so I have some books all set up to do story time, but haven't had a chance to record it. But our kids loft is closed. Kids corner is closed because of COVID, so we just have the Avengers hanging out up there. Back behind there is our upstairs. It's only accessible through a ladder that I use actually for my teaching room, and we have storage back there, but there's just not a lot of room for storage for us. All of our TCGs are along the back wall. Derek has a little thing for Harley, so all the Harley Quinn statues go up there. We have dice. We have both serious dice displays because they do a really great job of showcasing the dice. They don't show up well in the video because they're so bright. I was trying to get it so you could see how awesome they look, but anyway. We have a feature, which right now Pokemon is selling so hot. I need to restock it apparently. It gets sold out since yesterday. And then we have our game shelf, which is, again, really tall and goes all the way over here on both sides. We have our D&D minis. The other side of this is the D&D books in the center here. HeroClix are in our other front window. Another statue rack. And then our backstock. And of course, our graded comics. But these are our pops. And there are 2 rows of pops. There's always something different behind. There's only one of each pop out at a time, so you always have to, it's like a little hunt. Backstock. And this is our subscriber drawer down here at the bottom. Everybody loves our cool blue lights on our statue area. We take advantage of our metal stairs to put our bottle openers and magnets. And then we have a very small t-shirt area, and that is where the graded comics are going to move to, like I said, in the midst of rearranging our wall books. And we have snacks, and of course, since we do gaming, we have lots of TCG packs. And then up the stairs to our game loft, which during COVID is a $2 charge to go upstairs, unless you're playing the tournament, which we're limiting to 2 groups of 8 is the most we can have up there at a time. And along those walls, you see all of our rental board games, which we rent out for a week, and then they stay into quarantine for a week when they come back. And this side over here, that you can just barely see through the railing there, that's the children's corner, children's games for renting, but it's kind of blocked off with a table because really we're not renting out children's games right now. It's just not sanitary enough for that. So that is DreamDaze Comics, Fun, and Games. I have one more thing to share with you. That we, if you were here in person, we would have given it to you for walking in the door. But we do have our own, there we go, sorry, exclusive cover for Legacy of Mandrake, #1. We opened in October of 2016, but this is our first exclusive that we're doing, and of course we would love to mail them to you, but we can't afford it. But if you would like up to 3 of these for your store, if you pay shipping, we will send them out to you. And of course you can buy more to help cover that cost if you would like. So thanks so much for coming to DreamDaze Comics, Fun, and Games, and we'll see you all hopefully in person next year.